Today is lesson number 12, education, testing, and coaching. I call it the etc. And today we're going to talk about the 3 critical factors that allow you to triple your BiOptimization results. And it really comes back to, if we go through our pyramid, the ongoing point and the fact that you're here at lesson 12, we've kind of explained the framework of how you look at your whole life holistically from, getting to that next level of whether it's healing, whether it's health, or whether it's super high performance. But it comes down to education, testing, and coaching. And we talked about education is to learn from within. But in order to go to the next level, you need to have some sort of test. So we started out in the first few lessons where we were talking about, basic tests you could take: live blood cell test, a strength test, the body fat test. Maybe you could do, your blood pressure. You could test yourself by how far you could walk, or how much you could lift, or how flexible you were. Any of those things are regular tests that you can do. But if you want to go to the next level, so you start at, okay, we're going to learn the process. So we're learning the principles first of what you need to do. Second, we set up the testing, okay, so that you can monitor your results. And we really get into some really cool tests later on. But the next level is what really makes you the next level. What makes you go to the pro level? And if you look at every professional athlete, they have what? They have a coach. And if you look at it, that's what separates good to great. And now, today, people in virtually every profession have coaches, whether it's a high-level business person, whether it's someone learning how to have a safe and easy pregnancy, whether it's someone who wants to achieve the highest levels of physical aptitude or precision, they have coaches. And just so you know, different people respond to different coaches. I'm the type of coach that likes to give, positive feedback, but there's also some people that, need to hear what you don't want to hear sometimes, and that sometimes, it hurts. A good coach will tell you what you need to know at that time, but will always provide for you what I call the way up, the way to coach you up. So the most important thing that you need to do when you understand the education, testing, coaching is testing tells you where you are, okay? So if you look at this here, we drew a straight line. Here's your goal, and here's where you are. So if you look at, I'm this age, I have this body weight, and this is my thing. I have a goal that in the next 12 weeks, I'm going to be, say, 10 pounds lighter. 10 pounds lighter, and I'm going to be able to fit into these jeans, and I'm going to be able to jog 3 miles. Let's say that's your goal. And I'm just using these arbitrarily. This does not have to be anybody's goal, but let's say that's your goal. Well, here's where you are. This is you, right here. Now, the education that we're providing will show you, because when you start out, maybe you don't know how to get there. The fact of the matter is this. If you knew how to be there, you'd probably be there all right. There's, knowing isn't enough. First, you hear about something, and then you start implementing it, and then finally it becomes, your nature. That's when you truly know something, when you've become it. So recognize as you go through this process, what's going to get you there faster is coaching. Because coaching gives you feedback on the tests that you are doing and shows you how you can tweak your program, your process in a way that's optimal, so that you spend less time going back and forth like this or going to setbacks instead of this way of going. You go as close to a straight line as possible. In other words, each day is progressive. So with these lessons, over these 84 lessons that we've laid out, the idea is we're going to review some of the basics. As we increase, and we always go back to fundamentals. Some of the best coaches in the world have been known for teaching the fundamentals to even their best athletes. And sooner or later through coaching, you get to your goal. Now, once you get to your goal, you got to realize is you're probably going to see off in the distance what? Another goal. And sometimes you're going to need a new coach, or sometimes that coach is going to be able to take you to the next level. But until you get here, those little tests that we set up for us, those are signposts. And don't underestimate the power of tests, because what that does is it starts to give you independent, real-world feedback that doesn't allow you to trick yourself. And sometimes we have negative views of ourselves, or sometimes we have overly positive views of ourselves. But with testing, we get focused. With coaching, we move through the process, and that is the process of education. So that is the next level of the parents. And by the way, this is ongoing. I started out with coaching in, fitness, but it's gone on to other areas of my life, in business and relationships and spirituality. All of these things have been added, and I keep implementing coaches to allow me to move up at the levels and achieve the goals that I want, and I encourage you to do the same. So that's it for today, education, testing, and coaching, and we'll see you on the next lesson.